Alright, boys and girls, 2025 is upon us. Nintendo is about to drop probably what's going to be the biggest deal for console for a while. We'll see what happens with the other two. But today, we're going to talk about what I'm hoping for to see with their presentation later on in the year. What I think might happen for the first year of that console. And just some off-the-top things that I've been wanting. And they have to do it at some point, so now should be the time to do it. This is the Game Thoughts, humble opinions, trolls, strategy. We do videos like this, we do shorts, and we do streams as well. Been at it. This will be our 6th year on the channel. Happy 2025, everybody. Let's get into it. First off, I really do think we're going to get a Mario Odyssey sequel. If not the sequel to that, maybe. Well, not even maybe. We're definitely going to get a Mario game that's going to be a 3D for the launch of this console. It's a no-brainer. There's no reason for them not to do it. It's been about 8 years since Odyssey came out. I'm actually thinking about doing some streams on Odyssey here. I played it when it first came out and I got the itch, so I jumped back on it. That's what we got going in the background here for you guys. But I think that's a no-brainer. I'm always going to play pretty much anything, especially, I wouldn't say anything with Mario on it, but any of the mainline stuff, any of the co-op games, Mario Party, the kart, all that kind of stuff, I'm always down for, just like pretty much any other Nintendo fan is. What I'm very excited to see is what we're going to get fidelity-wise, and what the handheld is going to be capable of, because I play mostly in the handheld for the Switch anyway, but the fact that I can put it on my TV was what made it a no-brainer console for the original. And it's supposed to be backwards compatible, so we can keep our library. Probably just gotta sign up for the online, all that. We'll see what happens. But main things that I would like to see for the library for the first year, other than the launch game with the Mario, I want to see a true next-gen Pokemon title. Not one of the remakes or the remasters. I'll get to those soon. I always love to play those games. I missed out on a good handful of them. I played the yellow version, I played red, I played silver. I didn't get to do a lot of the remasters. I never had a 3DS or any of those consoles. Pretty much went from the Super Nintendo to a Game Boy. Had a Game Boy Advance for a little bit. And then I stopped playing Nintendo until the Switch came out pretty much. So, I've been on board since the Switch came out. Gone backwards. Played some of the games. Done all the things. I want to see a mainline new one. Kind of like Scarlet was. I really did enjoy that one. It just ran like crap. But keep it turn-based, of course. But just what's the next step for the art style and the moves and make it more kinetic, that kind of thing. Moving on though, as far as the remakes and the way I would like to see that, honestly, I think they should just keep on expanding their online infrastructure. I would just take the straight up regular versions of the game for all of them that they haven't done so far, from Silver on, for all of them. That would be great, but if they're going to do the remakes, I would really love to see Soul Silver and Heart Gold redone. Just that second gen is special to pretty much everybody. It has some of my favorite ones that aren't from the first generation of Pokemon being an OG. But I won't spend too long talking about Pokemon. I just know that's a no-brainer and we got to get that one. We know we're getting another remake or spin-off, kind of like the Arceus that we got for the Switch before the new console comes out. So that'll be interesting as well. But those are the things I'm most excited for. Now, I'm not sure that Mario Kart 9, it'll probably be the holiday game maybe. We'll probably get some kind of remake for a Zelda game, I'm sure. But the better version of the Metroid game that'll finally be coming out will definitely be on this new Switch or Super Switch. I'm hoping they call it the Super Switch. That'd be dope. We'll see what happens though. That extra little bit of fidelity is going to do so much. And the other thing is, if we see what Nintendo has done with the outdated hardware and how they've stretched it and made it their own and done so many things with it that these other people could not even think about doing. What are they going to be able to do with something upgraded? It's a very exciting thing to think about, just in like the grand scheme of things. Pretty much just excited going off the top of the head, guys. Just wanted to bring something to you real quick as the year started. I'm going to do a video for the Xbox and the PlayStation as well, similar to this. And as always, we'll keep on talking about things as news drops and all that. But the other thing I just thought about is some of the remakes and the remasters that they could do. Like, I would honestly and truly, I might pick up Red Dead 2 again on the Switch if I can play it all in handheld. You know, that kind of thing. I'm really just excited to see what the fidelity is going to be, how the battery life's going to work, if the controller is going to be any better. And I know that there's been some videos on patents and this thing, and I'm not into all that. I just like to guess until they show me something. But so what will we talk about? We'll talk about Pokemon. We've talked about Pokemon. We've talked about Mario. Zelda I've mentioned briefly. I just don't think it's time for another mainline big one yet. I'm thinking F-Zero. I'm thinking they're going to push F-Zero and get a new thing from that franchise. I absolutely fell in love with it as a kid when I played it on the Super Nintendo. It's the perfect futuristic, just crazy music, awesome. Honestly, I would love for them to do like a HD 2D version of that with the pixel art from the first one. I know there's F-Zero games after the original, but that would just be like my dream of something like that. It's going to be huge. Mario Kart 8 is still just selling just bajillion copies, and they got all those expansion passes. Nintendo makes their money, you can't hate on them for it, but Mario Kart 9 is going to be a huge thing when it drops. I'm just trying to think to myself, like I was saying earlier, if it would actually be something that they would drop on year one. I think it makes the most sense, especially if a Mario game does come out in that same year.